Do you by chance know that different students perform differently in different type of tests based on the type of memory they have and how they learn? Generally, sanguines do better in oral tests because of their communication skill and ability to interact with each other. So if you ask a sanguine student to tell you what they have heard and understood, they are able to tell you orally better than actually writing it down. So they are better with oral tests. What about the choleric? The cholerics are better with practical tests. Usually, I tell people that if you want a choleric person to pass, give them an abstract test. Questions like consider the case where there is this situation in a country and there is this and that, and you are asked to give a solution to solve it. Remember, the choleric, their greatest strength is their strategic thinking. They're able to think about every strategic solution for a problem. So they do better with practical exams and practical work on the field. They can deliver more than they can write or more than they can memorize and tell you the story. So tell them if this problem, what will you want to give a solution to solve it? They are so good at it. And the melancholies are best in writing. Remember, they are the people with a high IQ. Why? They have analytical thinking and critical thinking as their strongest skills, and they're able to memorize and have very strong ability to memorize and keep the information so they can read line after line and memorize everything and write it in an exam as if they were copying from the book. That's why they are always having all the A's because they have a very strong memory to keep whatever they've read line after line. So that's it. What about the fleck? Flecks are best with reading comprehension. Phlegmatics have a high skill to understand. So once they read, they're able to read a very big text and summarize it in 5 words. That's their gift. So most flights they like to read and they can read the text. And once you ask them to read something, for example on the board, they read in between the line. Why? They are patient. So they are not going to miss any word. If a choleric some way to read, they'll read and skip words. So the flag is best at reading exams, reading a text, coming out with things from that text. They are so good with making summary. Remember, they don't talk much, and they're so like the short version of all the 1,000 things they have heard. So if you're going to ask in a class somebody to summarize what you've been saying in 4 hours, you are looking for a flag because they are so good with the shortcuts. Hello. Okay, the next time you teach and you're looking for which test will suit who, remember sanguines, they are good with the oral, cholerics, they are good with the practical test, males are good with the written test because they can memorize and give it to the teacher exactly how it's in their notebook. And the flex, they are good with the written exams. Hello.